In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to complete the assignment, Acme Income Statement. Okay, first thing, when we pull this up, we are learning how to use Excel, which may be new to many of you. And I've given you a head start on this by putting a starter file here. Go ahead and click on that and open it up. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to snap that to the right-hand side of our screen. Go ahead and click Enable Editing. On your keypad, use the Windows button, hold that down, and then click the right arrow. And it'll snap it to the right-hand side of your screen. And now if I go ahead and click on the Chrome Internet, that should snap to the left. If it doesn't automatically, do a snap to the left by holding down the Windows button and clicking the left arrow key. But what this is going to do, it's going to allow us to look at the left-hand side with the instructions and then scroll up and down also here in our Excel spreadsheet. The Excel spreadsheet is something that's a little bit different than Microsoft Word. And you can see these little blocks are called cells, and every cell is designated by a column and a row. And so, for example, I am in cell B4, and you can see that it says right there, B4. And to navigate around, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. You can use the mouse to just click where you want, or you can use the Enter key and it'll pop you down one row at a time below. Alright, so we're going to do some editing and dress this up, and I'm going to also show you how to use some formulas. We're going to follow the instructions right here. First off, it says to insert a row above gross income. Label it as other income and give it a value year to date of 224. So I'm going to go to gross income, click on that cell, and right here under cells, click on the down arrow, and I'm going to insert a sheet row. And you can see that it adds a row right here. I'm going to label that other income and click in the number 224, and I'll just click Enter to have that go in. Now you'll notice that this changed. It's because I have a formula there. I'm going to show you how to create those formulas, but it automatically changed and adjusted my total gross income. And that's the genius and the wonder behind Excel, that as you change these numbers, so let's say for example I made a mistake and it was 424. Again, watch what happens to the gross income total. It automatically changes it. So it's just really nice. You don't ever have to pull out a calculator, and we're going to let Excel do all the work for us. Alright, the next thing it says is to delete the blank rows 22 and 24. So that's this row and this row we want to get rid of. So not only can you add rows, you can also delete them. So I'm just going to click anywhere on that row. I'm going to do a right click, delete entire row. Okay. Let's get rid of the other one now. Click anywhere on that row, right click, delete entire row. Okay? And of course you could do the same thing with adding and deleting columns as well. Next, we're at step 3. We're going to label column B current period, and then we're going to assign the values as below in the example. So I'm going to go right here to cell B5, and I'm going to label that current period. And then I'm going to start putting in these numbers. Notice that I'm not putting any dollar bill signs. I'm going to show you how to format that in a little bit later. Right now I'm just getting the numbers in. And I'm just typing in those numbers and then clicking Enter, and it automatically puts me down to the next item. Now you'll notice here I've got some funny looking thing, that formula. Leave that blank. We're going to do that next. Okay, so I jump down to salaries. I'm continuing to just put these numbers in that I see over here. Again, notice that I am not bothering with having to type those dollar bill signs. Okay. All right, I hope I got those numbers correct. They're a little fuzzy and I don't have my glasses on. If my numbers are a little off, that's okay. The process will be the same. All right, the next thing is we're going to put in some formulas. And you'll notice I have those typed out right here. And again, we're going to let Excel do all the work. I don't have to pull out a calculator here, and I don't even have to type all that in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the cell where I want it to automatically calculate a total of these 4 items. So I highlight right here in cell B10, and I'm going to go up to the Formulas tab right here and then click Auto Sum. It's got a funny looking E thing. I believe that's a Greek letter, maybe a Greek sigma. Someone can research that for me. I think it's a Greek sigma. I click the Auto Sum, and it says, hey, do you want to add up everything that's in cell B6 through B9? That's called a range of cells. And all I do is click Enter to confirm. Yep, that's what I wanted. Let's do it one more time. Now I'm going to do a total of these items, my total expenses. I come up here to the Auto Sum. I'm on the Formulas tab, and I've got highlighted where I want that total to show up. Don't have your highlighted over here. Highlight right here below that column. Formulas, Auto Sum, and you'll notice it says B13 colon B18. That means to add it all together. And I click Enter. All right, the next one is a little bit different because this time I'm going to take my net income before taxes, subtract my taxes to give me a net income. So I'm taking 36,473 minus the 3,129. Now, although it would be simple to pull out a calculator, I don't need to do that. I'm going to do a formula again. So this time, I'm going to highlight where I want it to show up, hit Formulas, Auto Sum. Now it's trying to guess, do you want me to add this together? No, I want you to take this cell minus this cell. So it's going to be B21 minus B22. So I'm just going to go in here, click right before that B22, do a backspace, and click a dash for minus. So I'm telling it to take this minus this. So it says B21 minus B22 and Enter. Okay, so now I've got my formulas in. The next thing it says to do over here on step 5 is to merge and center the titles and make that a font size of 18. So if I go up to the top, I'm going to take these titles and I'm going to merge these 3 cells and center it. So I'm going to highlight across here, and I'm going back to the Home tab. Hold on, I'm going to make this bigger for just a second. There it is. It's under Merge and Center. Okay, I have to do one row at a time. So merge and center. Merge and center. That was all under the Home tab. Then I can highlight these 3 rows and I can make them a larger font size and bold them if I want. All right, To get this back to the snap, I just hit that window button and to the right, and it'll snap it right back. Sorry, wrong file. There we go. Okay, so we are now on number 6, and we are going to be formatting all the numbers as currency with no decimals. So now I'm going to take all these numbers and I'm going to highlight them right here, and I'm going to format as currency. So it's right here under number. I'm going to click on the dollar bill sign. There we go. And you can see that it automatically turns that into currency. There is a space you can do currency that way. I like hitting the dollar bill sign this way because then the dollar bill goes out further to the left. And I want to delete those extra zeros. I don't need them, so I'm going to click on the right arrow key. Click, click, and it gets rid of those extra zeros. One last thing, I don't like it how this is kind of squished. So this column, I'm going to just make that a little bit bigger. Alright, and then last thing is to make it pretty, and I'm just going to highlight each little piece here, and I'm going to go to the Format as Table. I'm on the Home tab, Format as Table, and I'm just going to choose something nice. And remember what it is, because I'm probably going to do each one that way. Okay, so highlight, Format as Table, and I'll make it match. And then the last one, Format as Table. Alright, so you get the idea here, but basically what we've done is, and I don't like how it's highlighting that. I'm going to highlight the whole thing and make it one table. Let's see if that makes it look a little bit better. Okay, I could play around with that with the formatting. But basically we've put in our numbers, we've made some formulas, we've adjusted our headings to be merged in center, and we've made dollar bill currencies by formatting in the currency. And that's about it. Alright, go ahead then. What you're going to do is save that file. I would save it again to this PC. Change it from the starter file to your name or complete, something like that, so you know where it is and it's the right one. Save it to Documents, and then turn that into Canvas.